No, out the way, darling, that's good. Oh, crumbs. No, no, no. I'm going to paint it, it's not for you. Right. I'm going... No, no, no. I'm going to show you how to paint this feather. I've adopted 2 kittens, although they're getting quite big now. Anyway, I'm going to show you a way of painting this feather. It's what do you want, sweetie? It's a funny sort of, well, it's come off one of their toys, I think. That's probably what's happened. No, no, don't drink the water. So I'm going to, no, not that. I'm going to show you a simple way of painting this little feather. I'm going to use watercolour paint and watercolour pencils, probably. I'll see how it looks. And I'm using, this is a cheapy number 8 brush, and this is a something else, Pro Art sable. It's a beautiful sable which I inherited, and that's a number 4, and I'm sorry for the cat soundtrack. So let's see, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to start off, I've got as much of my palette as I can show you. I've got some murky leftovers, something or other here, so I'm going to make a very thin wash, and I'm just going to do a shape that is something like that. A feather, a bit of cat hair, and I'm just going to make something similar to the brownie bits here. Bit more water, I want to keep it wet, and that is as far as I'm going to go with that at the moment. Now I'm going to mix my greeny colour. I'm using lemon yellow, no, and some cerulean blue, which really gives you quite a good green. So I'm going to pull that water out and going, I haven't quite got that, but I'm just copying what I see on there, as near as you know, as near. I'll rinse that brush off, and I'm just going to add a bit more water in there, and I'm going on to this number 4 now, and I'm just going, no, stop it, I'm going to just pull some bits out just to start with. And I don't mind that green has bled up there, because there's actually, they've dyed this feather. I don't think it's come from a, no, don't drink the water, darling. I don't think it's come from a, no, stop it. I have been trying to pick my moments to do some filming, but as you can see, it's sometimes a little challenging. And usually I wait for nap time, but some things you just can't wait for nap time. Okay, so that's a start. That's not a bad start at all. Now I'm going to go to my raw umber. And I'm going to come in here where it's still wet. And this has got quite a nice point on it. You want to help me? Still pretty wet down there, which is good. Now, it's at this stage where, if you wish, you can go to a watercolour pencil with a nice sharp point. This one's not too... Actually, you can use it as a tool, because what's happening is that the water that you're dipping it into is activating the pencil. So if you're clever, when you look down feathers, I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in. Sorry about that. But where the... No, sweetheart. Where the little... I don't know what you call those things. The little bits of the feathers come out of the quill, the central quill. There's quite a definite line. So if you're clever, you could, with your pencil, your watercolour pencil, go in and just accentuate that shape and then soften it out with your brush. And now we want to play with the end of my brush. Stop it. And if you're very careful, you can soften these bits out if you've got a bit too hard. Now, I'm not copying this exactly, as you can see. But let's just take a bit more of that brown down there. Get off. Oh, they're just going to settle down now and watch. Hopefully. So let's see if we want to do this again. Of course, the colour's rather good actually. Although my point isn't fine enough. Really needs to be sharper. We now have two very attentive kittens. Say kittens, they're about 5 months old. They've both had their operations and now they are eager to go out onto the terrace, which they did yesterday. I'd like to say under supervision, but once they were off, they were off. Heart-stopping moments. I suppose it's like that when you have young children and they start climbing trees and riding bicycles and things. Anyway, I digress. Okay, I think that's rather fun actually. I mean, this is a play exercise, of course. Don't overthink it, but just have fun. Okay, we've got this slightly brown coming down here. I'm going to drop more green in. Let's just go a bit more. Oh dear, too much blue. Crash, bang. Maybe I should start again now they've settled down. I've got a green pencil, but I don't think the colour's a very good match, but let's just use it as a pointy thing. It just gives you that nice, easier to, that's it, got a bit more water on it there. The colour's not so good, so I'm going to dive in with a bit of lemon just to soften that off a bit. Now we need a bit more brown. Sticking with the raw umber. And you could go to a smaller brush if you want to, go to a number 2 or a number 1, whatever tickles your fancy, as it were. Let's just pull these out. And then you can play around with this to your heart's content. Just messing about and get off. Just bring, really need to wait for that to dry. So what I'll probably do is I'll stop that now and I'll wait for it to dry, and I will do a bit more, hopefully without my little assistance.